friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.
We are waging war. What's up out there, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you another edition of these hits, high intensity training, and this one shall be no different. I see eyes already starting to come out here. Please holler at your boy. I love to see who the hungry are. For all my replayers, I'm about to share this to all my social media outlets. So if you would, please give me about 30 seconds as I share this. Thank you so much. Who's out there? I see eyes. I love to see who the hungry are. Who popped on that first? See these eyes starting to add up. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to break some good bread tonight. Allow me to share this right quick. And then I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, Tracy? Thank you for joining us. What's up? Oh yeah, we gonna get it. Y'all already know it. We gonna get it. Tonight's gonna be a good one. I'm not gonna be on here very long, so go ahead and tell your cousin them to go ahead and hop on here because I'm gonna be in, I'm gonna be out. But I'm telling you, this is going to be impactful, man. As I was sitting down doing my my research, and I kind of had this on my heart the whole day anyway, and so I knew I wanted to pop on tonight and just break a little bread really quick. I'm gonna share this to a couple more places. And then we're going to get right on into this bread breaking. Let the bread breaking commence. All right, let's break bread, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you another edition of these hits on a Sunday night. Man, I'm so excited about being out here in front of you all. Go ahead and tell your mama, your cousin, them, let them know. I got YouTube already on fire. I see my mom just hopped on. Y'all go ahead and text, tag, host watch parties and let people know the motivational teacher is here and he's about to commence to some bread breaking. Today, episode 34 of Awaken Your I Am, I want to talk to you about becoming. Yes, about becoming. There are too many of us that look at our lives and we look at where we are right now and we make permanent decisions or we make permanent judgments about our life based on our current situation. I'm so excited and so happy that when I was growing up, I see my mom is on here. I was so excited that she didn't make a permanent decision about her children, about her nieces and nephews as we were growing up in that 3-bedroom trailer. It was 8 of us. I'm so happy that she didn't make a permanent decision about all that we could be based on how we came up. I'm so excited that because my dad was in prison and my uncles were in prison and none of them had a high school diploma. None of them went to college. I am so happy that my mom didn't base her decision on me, on my dad, or my family members didn't base their decision about me, about how my upbringing or what it looked like at that moment in time. I'm gonna break bread before this is over because I know that there are a lot of people out there that are judging themselves based on this moment. And I'm here to tell you that this moment doesn't define you. That's why we're talking about becoming. We're talking about becoming. I told y'all the story about I'm the first on my dad's side to get a high school diploma. I'm a first on my mom and dad's first male on my mom and dad's side to get a college degree. I told y'all it's about you making a conscious, deliberate decision to become whatever that thing you want to be. Michelle Obama just wrote this book, and she was at State Farm Arena where the Hawks played before the COVID-19 period. Y'all talk back live to your boy. We got a lot of eyes out there. Talk back live to your boy because you all make this conversation. You all elevate this conversation. So she was over at the State Farm Arena, and it was completely sold out with her becoming tour. So and for our definition of becoming, I wanted to take this from Michelle Obama in her book, Becoming. Michelle Obama's definition of becoming is, for me, becoming isn't about arriving somewhere or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as a forward motion, a means of evolving, a way to reach continuously toward a better self. The journey doesn't end. It's a movement for you to make a conscious, deliberate decision that I am going to awaken my I am and become the better version of who Anthony D. Williams is. I'm going to become the better version of who the reset coach is. I'm going to become the better version of who Pastor Otis is. I'm going to become the better version of who Margarita Williams Fowler is. It's a decision. It's a journey, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that never ends until we leave this side of the earth. That's why we should never be permanently judging ourselves based on where we are now. That's why we speak not things that are temporal, that are physical, that we see, but we speak to those things that cannot be seen, because those things are eternal. I'm about to break bread in here. We are always becoming, Tracy, you said it perfectly. We are always becoming. I got to tell y'all, this is one of my guilty pleasures. I love watching documentaries or docuseries on people who started out with nothing, who end up making their way to being something great upon this earth. And I've been watching the No Limit docuseries about Master P. And speaking of becoming, Master P started out in the Calio projects in New Orleans. Master P saw his first murder by the time he was 5. Looking out the window, he saw his first person being murdered in those projects. And Master P at 5 decided that I wanted to do something other than live my life in the Calio projects. And so Master P growing up in the Calio projects, when you grow up in places like that, when you grow up, that place grows up on the inside of you. Those habits, those behaviors, you end up modeling throughout your life. But Master P had a different vision and version for himself. Master P tried No Limit. He was out there almost 8 or 9 years before he made Bout It Bout It. He was grinding and selling CDs out his trunk. His artwork, he had drawn with his hand on his first CD. You could tell that it was just barely put together. But you see, you can't judge yourself by how you are right now. Understand that there's a no limit soldier on the inside of all of us. And when he said he's the captain, he's the captain of that of that No Limit Soldier group. There's a No Limit Soldier on inside of all of us. I know Master P went from Calio to being to actually signing the best record deal at that time by anybody. Master P didn't sit down and went to he didn't go to CPA school to be able to negotiate record deals. Master P didn't go to a business university to understand how business go. He came up through the streets, and by him learning from the time 5 when he saw his first murder, I don't want to be here, he started becoming something different than the Calio projects. I'm about to break bread. And some of us right now, we've had so many setbacks that the only place where we can see ourselves is a place where we're struggling and we're straining. I'm telling you that there's a no limit soldier on the inside of you. There's a no limit soldier on the inside of you, but it's going to require discipline. It's going to require intentionality. It's going to require that you upgrade your I am. I just broke bread. I ain't leaving this I am, ladies and gentlemen. I have found the secret to becoming whatever you want to become in this earth, and it's upgrading your I am. Your answer is not coming from somebody in the sky. Your answer is not coming in the form of Ed McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to upgrade the version of who we are in order to become. Yeah, yesterday I broke bread. I talked about 6 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I talked about 6 seconds. Not 6 seconds, 6 inches. I talked about 6 inches. The most important is between our ears. 6 inches. Those 6 inches determine who and where and what we become. I just broke bread. It determines that. In order for you to become the motivational teacher to the masses, developing this real estate has to become the most important part of my life. In order for me to become a great husband, developing these 6 inches has to become a priority in my life. In order for you to go from Tracy Randolph to becoming the reset coach, it requires that you put in 8 or 9 years like Master P, where you're drawing the artwork on top of your CDs. It requires that you got, sometime you're gonna miss it to make it. It's going to require that you fail yourself forward. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for someone that is committed to the grind. Boy, I just broke bread. That's the thing, man. It's not about perfection. It is about commitment. They told Master P that he wasn't gonna make it. They told him he wasn't gonna amount to anything. They told him that he couldn't escape Calio. And Master P left New Orleans and went to Oakland, right outside of Oakland, to start a little CD label, because he understood that if I stayed in Calio, I wasn't going to make it out of the projects. My challenge to you is today, are you moving your pieces? Are you moving your pieces, or are you just or have you settled in to this is all I could be? See, sometimes you got to move some. I'm about to break bread. Sometimes you got to move the pieces. Sometimes you got to get up and uproot what you've been in order to chase who you are. I just broke bread. Sometimes you got to uproot who you believe I am today for what I believe I am tomorrow. See, whenever you are becoming, it requires a sacrifice. It requires that you give up something today. I just broke bread. If you want a better version tomorrow, you got to give up something today. You got to give up the version of who you are today. I just broke bread. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what's laid up for you, but it's not going to happen until you make a deliberate decision to give up who I am today to ascertain who I am tomorrow. And I broke bread with a big word, ascertain. I just broke bread with a big word. You got to give it up. You got to give up the version. Don't be tied to who you are today, because there's something better for you tomorrow. You got to awaken your I am. Awakening your I am is a day-by-day process. If you put your that's why my boy said, if you put your hands to the plow and you look back, you're not fit for it. Why? Because God is never moving in the same place he did yesterday. I just broke bread. There's too many people that's looking for God to do the same thing he did for somebody else to do it for us. God is not moving in the same place. That's why you can't put your hands to the plow and look back. You had to continuously be moving forward. Boy, I just broke bread right there real quick. I broke bread right there. Man, that was a 5-11, not fire. I'm from Waverly, Alabama. That was a 5-11 minutes. Boy, I broke some quick bread. I'm telling you right now. Yo, I appreciate that, Derek. You know it. Your life can be dramatically different, but it's going to require that you give up the version of who you are today for the better version of tomorrow. Like Michelle Obama said, the journey doesn't end. It's continuous. It's a faith walk. It's me saying that I know there's so much more to my I am that I can't ascertain it today. It's so much more to what God has called me to do that I just can't stop growing today. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Your marriage depends on you. You being a mother or a father depends on you growing and awakening your I am. Come on, Gene, say that. Don't become complacent. That there is so much more out there, ladies and gentlemen. Man, if there was not more out there, he wouldn't have told us that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard what's laid up for us. If it were not more out there, he wouldn't have said you were more than a conqueror. Because if there wasn't more, you wouldn't have to conquer anything. But because you have to conquer, there must be more. I'm breaking bread right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am truly breaking bread that there's something out there right now that you got to commit to it. I saw the reset coach just said, commitment brings progress. Commitment brings progress. Anything you want from God or anything that you plan on doing out from the inside out with an awakened I am, it's going to require being tested. I'm going to break bread right here. If you're faint of heart, and if you're not these are they that's going to turn this world upside down, or the whole sons of the whole world is waiting on the manifestation of the sons, if you're not one of those, ladies and gentlemen, you might as well just settle in the average and say, this is the most I could be. If you're not willing to wage war on mediocrity and accept, you got to accept this first, and accept that God is giving you more. Boy, you got to accept that there's more to me than just meets the natural eye. If you settled into this is my lot in life, you're going to always struggle. You're going to always be robbing Peter just to pay Paul. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your life. Your life will move from one deficit to another deficit, all because you've accepted that as your new reality. I'm breaking bread up in here. You've accepted that as your new reality. I'm challenging your norm today. I am challenging your status quo today. You are becoming the motivational teacher to the masses. Hey, I need for y'all to talk to me out there. What are you becoming? What's your goal? What do you want when you lay in that box in front of that church or cremated or whatever? What do you want them to say about you? What are you becoming? What is your legacy? Why are you living? I'll tell you this. You can never outperform the questions that you're willing to ask yourself and that you're willing to answer. What is it that you want out of this world? Clearly articulate. Most people, we pray and we asking God for a bunch of stuff, but we can't articulate who we are on this earth. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to get anything from God when you can't articulate who you are. God is not in the process or not in the business of passing out things. He more in the process of providing avenues for people to become. If you become the 2.0 version of yourself, things come along with it. It's too many of us that are chasing things and not chasing our I am. If we ascertain the awakened I am, the things will come along with it. I just broke bread. Stop chasing things. Stop. Oh, I want the new Maybach, or I want a new house, or you don't have to want those things. Your gift will make room for you in this earth. You just have to become what your gifting is. I am becoming the motivational teacher to the masses. My millionaire status is in me becoming. My children's legacy is in me becoming the motive. I don't have to ask for $1 million. If I become the motivational teacher to the masses, $1 million will attract itself to me. My I am is awakened. You have to awaken your I am. I'm breaking bread up in here. 3 ways to help you become. 3 ways to help you become. Number 1. Stop looking for a secret trick. Stop looking for a secret trick. There are no secret tricks, no gimmicks, no tricks. You're going to have to become what it is that you desire to be. Tyler Perry had 10 or 11 years of driving around this country, putting on Mud Deer plays with 10 and 15 people there. He was doing 1 a year because it took him a whole year's worth of working and saving in order to put on 1 Mud Deer play to have 10 and 11 people to come to it. My challenge to you is, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to see your awakened I am? What are you willing to in order to become? There is no secret ingredient there. There is no one thing. There is no one thing. Ooh, if I could just get on Oprah Winfrey. No. You have to awaken your I am, and you have to become. You got to understand. I listened to Derek this morning, how this whole thing works. We're talking about, this is kingdom talk. This is kingdom talk. It's God's desire to see you walking in the best of your life. It's God's desire to see you eat the best fruit of this land. It's God's desire to see you wherever your feet should tread for you to own. That is his desire for you, but you can't get it without an awakened I am, without becoming the version of you who can ascertain that property. I just broke bread. That version of you who could run $1 million restaurant. That version of you that can start several businesses across the United States of America. You can't go from like, I just got off my job and I'm gonna start a Fortune 100 company. No, you don't. It don't go like that. It's becoming, ladies and gentlemen. They're small. There is no spoon like the Matrix. You better say it. No blue, no red. Stop looking for the secret trick. The secret trick was birthed to you. It was given to you before the foundation of the earth. It was your gifting package. It was your gifting package, which is unique to just you. That is your secret trick. That is the thing that's going to change your children's life. Ladies and gentlemen, if we just work on a job the rest of our life, that's all we would just have. We would just work on a job, and we would need a miracle. We would need like something astronomical to happen in order for us to effectively leave a inheritance for our children's children. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in your gifting. You have to discover your gifting package. Your wealthy place is in you becoming what that version of you that can get to that stuff. But the version of who we are now, the version of who I am right now, cannot handle the masses. So now I have to grow into the motivational teacher to attract the masses. And see, the one thing I love about the kingdom of God, the one thing I love about God is that if I become, boy, I'm about to break bread. Somebody better get your notes out there. If I become, all I have to do is own the why. Why do I get up early in the morning and read? Why do I coach? Why do I spend 5,000, almost 5,000 hours a year coaching, motivating, and inspiring? Why? Because I own my why. I believe God gave me that from the foundation of the earth. I own that why. As long as you own the why, the how belongs to God. I just broke bread. If you're willing to invest enough into your 6 inches, yeah, I'm about to break bread. If you believe you're worthy enough for the investment without seeing the results, God is manifested to bring you your how. I just broke bread right there. Somebody didn't get that. I just broke. See, I see y'all must be asleep out there because somebody's supposed to be saying something 10 times right there. I just broke bread right there. Let me say this again. Once God sees that you're committed to your why, the reason why he placed you here from the foundation of the earth, once God sees you're committed to the why and you're willing to invest in your why, 5,000 hours a year for 15 years, you're willing to invest in your why, then God is obligated to bring you the how. I just broke bread right there. Some of y'all out here on this list right now, you just starting to understand your how. You just starting to understand how God is going to attract the masses to me. You just starting to understand how to reset, coach. You know, you're doing your big stuff, or how you're doing your big stuff. Gene, doing your big stuff. My mom, you're doing. See, now as you begin to invest in the why, he's obligated to bring you the how. I just broke bread. Number one, stop looking for the tricks. No gimmicks, no tricks. You're going to be a person of substance and a person of value. Number two, start where you are. Start right now where you are. We're a motivational teacher. We're in a pandemic. I'm in this world. I'm not of this world. This pandemic doesn't affect what goes on at my household. This is the most prosperous time in my life. My company just announced that they're going to have some kind of restructure. You think that bothers me? No, because I've never seen the son begging bread. I ain't worried about that. COVID-19 can't stop what's going on here. What goes on in this economy can't stop what's going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to own your why. Start right where I dare you, man, barefooted. I don't care. I dare you right now to start where you are. I saw somebody say up here, I want to start a cater. Go ahead with the catering and party plan, being a party planner. Start right now. All you got, if you do nothing but just start like Master P, start drawing out your CD cases. Start, and then as you start, you'll see the hand of God working on you. Boy, let's get it. As you start, you'll start seeing the hand of God move on the inside of what you're doing. As you begin to start, you'll say, man, when I feel chill bumps all up my body right now. When you start, it'll look like nothing. All I got is these 5 smooth stones. All I got is 5 smooth stones. Boy, all I got, you better believe all I got is more than enough for God to multiply. That all David had was 5 smooth stones. But in the hands of David, those 5 smooth stones turned to an AR-57, 47, whatever you call them guns, turned to an AR-57, whatever you call them. It turned into a rifle in the hands of David. Don't you ever say all I got. What you got is enough. You just got to put it down and then pick it back up again. Put it back down. Pick it back up again. Don't ever discount what you have. You're made in the image and likeness of Almighty God. What you have, he gave it to you. If he gave it to you, then it's more than enough. But you got to put it to work. It does you no good, Master P. It does you no good, Master P, sitting in the Cali your projects. When you got no limit on the inside of you, it does you no good, Tyler Perry, to do nothing when you got TPS on the inside of you. If I got to drive around 10 years with 5 people at my place, I'll do it because TPS is on the inside of me. I'll sit here and I'll do motivational Mondays. I'll do hits for the next 15 years. I don't care if 2 people looking at me. Why? Because the motivational teacher to the masses is on the inside of me. And see, some of y'all, I got to break bread. Some of y'all, I got to break bread. Some of y'all have been sitting back and you've been allowing circumstances. You keep shelving who you are. You keep shelving your greater I am because you think you need more resources. You think you need more. You think you need more money. You think you need more support. I'm telling you, you better put what in your hand. You better put it down. It's becoming. If you never put it down, it can never become. I just broke bread. When you find your why, there's no limit to make your hater say, nah. Hey, man, I'm telling you, that Master P docuseries, it's about Master P, but it's really about all of us. There's a champion deep down on the inside of us. Anybody great had to fight through adversity. Anybody great had to go through some things. And I'm challenging you right now. You're going to have to go through some things. Yes, I was there. Come on. Yep. You're going to have to go through some things. But you got to decide that my gift is worth it. You got to decide that leaving a legacy for my children's children is worth it. I will walk through hell and gasoline draws if it means that I can leave a legacy for my children's children. I'm committed to this thing. I am, with everything I got on the inside of me, I am committed to this thing. Until you're committed, come on, ladies and gentlemen, you got to commit. Until you commit to this, you can't have it. You'll never know what the true riches are because you got to commit to it. You got to commit. No, I ain't talking about that lukewarm stuff. That stuff gets spewed out. I'm talking about wholeheartedly. I got 4 cents in the bank, but I'm going to take my 4 cents and I'm going to invest it in a microphone for my Motivational Mondays. I got 4 cents in the bank, but I'm going to take those 4 cents and I got to invest it in something for my company. Come on, man. You got to turn up. As the young folk will say, you got to turn up. Come on now. You got to commit to this thing. Start from where you are. And then number 3, struggles build strength. That's the only way to build strength is struggling. This morning, I was in the gym. I saw a dude in the gym. He had we were doing curls. So he had a 45 and a 45 on both sides of the bar. Ant don't usually go at the back. I go 25s. So I went over there. I said, man, let me hit that one too. I was able to do it twice. But by the fact of me just doing that twice, my veins were popping. Reset coach, you'll feel this. My veins were popping out my arm more than me doing 30 with the 25. I'm telling you right now, you gotta build your muscles. And sometimes it's going to require that you put more on the bar. It's going to require that you believe a little more than what you believe in. It's going to require that you give a little more than what you're giving. It's going to require that you spend a little bit more time in the details. It's going to require that you upgrade your I am. Boy, I'm breaking bread up in here. And you got to celebrate your small wins, man. I'm looking at the people on this list. I know my boy Kenny just finished his second book. I know Reset Coach got some big stuff going on. I know Derek got big stuff going on. I'm looking up and down this list. I'm looking on YouTube. I see my YouTubers out there. Angelique, I see she's building what she do, like paintings, and she's an artist. And I see all these people are doing these great things. And it's the process of becoming. Don't look at your hand and say, all I have is this. What you have in the hands of the master on Awaken I Am, it's enough to change this doggone world. It's enough to change this doggone world. It's what you have in your hand is enough to change your children's life. It's enough. So when you look down there, don't say all I have. Speak to them, prophesy to your hands. There's greatness on the inside of you. I challenge you to wake yourselves up and manifest what's been on the inside of you since day one, ladies and gentlemen. It's the process of becoming. It's a never-ending journey. It's something that's ongoing. And I'm challenging you to make the commitment to become the version of you that you have to be to attain everything that God has for you. Don't you know it's according to the power that works in you? Yeah. Y'all thought, yeah, I'm taking it back to the book. It's according to the power that works in you. As long as you continue to build. I know it ain't pretty. I know they looking at you like, Noah, you got a hammer out there in the middle of the desert and you talking like it's going to rain and you keep banging. Don't you dare put that hammer down. Don't you dare put those nails down. Don't you dare put your hands to the plow and look back. You keep hammering because it's going to rain, ladies and gentlemen. Bam. It might take you 2 years. It might take you 10 years. It might take you 12 years. It might take you 20 years. But don't you dare put that hammer down. Yeah, I know right now you're not seeing the success that you want to see. Don't you dare put that hammer down. I know right now you're starting to get calluses on your hand from using that hammer. Don't you dare put that hammer down. I know right now your arm is getting sore, and right now everything on the inside of you is telling you to give up. Don't you dare put that hammer down. You keep on building and building. It's going to rain, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to rain. Keep building. And if you build it, they will come. It is your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you another hit. You all have been amazing out there today. Thank y'all for chiming into this conversation. Continue to build. You are becoming the true champion that God created you to be. And until next time, I am challenging you all to wage war on mediocrity. I'm out.